again, welcome back to the Daily Mirror's online transfer roundup service, and a story coming out of Spain to start off with this morning. The Real Madrid midfielder Fernando Gago has met with the club's sporting director Jorge Valdano to try and persuade him to let him join Manchester City before the end of this transfer window. Real Madrid don't want to strengthen City, but Gago can't get into the Real team on a regular basis. We'll keep you posted on whether he succeeds with his escape bid. We're hearing this morning that West Ham are close to signing the striker Benjani from City and also Benny McCarthy from Blackburn. Elsewhere, with 1 week to go of the transfer window, the big names are making it very clear what their plans are. The Spurs boss Harry Redknapp has confirmed his interest in the Palermo defender Simon Kjær last week. You probably already know by now that the City winger Robinho has told a Brazilian radio that his club are negotiating a loan move back to Santos for him. That, we understand, has been completed. The president of Santos been speaking already this morning about the terms of the deal. The French striker Teofilo Malouda wants to go to the Premier League. He wants to join either West Ham, Stoke or Wigan. And the Standard Liège striker Milan Jovanovic has let the cat out of the bag over in Belgium and revealed that he's had an offer of a 3-year deal from none other than Liverpool this summer. Now log on to the mirrorfootball.co.uk site, where Rob and our research team has not only found 10 things you need to know about Jovanovic, but also got some good video. And let me tell you, Jovanovic does like a good ruck. Don't get me wrong, he's fantastic from dead balls, he's got fantastic composure in the box, but he's absolutely loco, and it's a fair bit that he's going to pick up more than a few yellow and red cards if he brings that to the Premier League. Right, let's have a look at some papers, and the Times is one of a number of papers who have picked up on the Jovanovic story. The Independent have got details of Teofilo Malouda saying that, well, they've got some quotes from him saying the English League has always interested me. It's 50-50 at the moment whether or not I move over there. The Mail has got the Robinho story. Got to tell you that in return for taking Robinho, Man City could end up with the 17-year-old rising star Neymar. Now log on to the Mirror Football website, there's lots of video of him and you can see just how good he is. The Express say that Harry Redknapp is continuing to do his homework on the £11 million rated Palermo central defender Simon Kjær. We told you about him a second ago. By watching him in action in his club's 3-0 win over Fiorentina, we all know that City and Manchester United are interested in him. The Sun have got a story lots of you out in Australia have been telling me about on the email. Robbie Fowler may quit North Queensland Fury, you were saying, after refusing to be a substitute in a match last week. Well, just an update on that actually, because North Queensland say that Fowler will not be leaving and that he's resolved his differences with the coach Ian Ferguson. One other story from the Sun, and they say that West Ham are ready to end the troubled time of striker James Beattie at Stoke by making a £3 million offer for him. By the way, we expect Stoke to tie up the signing of keeper David James by the end of the week, and our own Daily Mirror is saying that Dinamo Moscow want to sign Yossi Benayoun from Liverpool for around £7 million, and just a line on a couple of other players doing the rounds. Leeds say that they want £10 million for their striker Jermaine Beckford. Nice try, but he's out of contract in the summer and they'd do well to get £2 million from Newcastle out of him. We told you last week about the Manchester United starlet Danny Welbeck. Well, he's on his way to Preston. In fact, he has indeed already signed on loan. It looks as though the Liverpool keeper Pepe Reina is about to sign a lucrative new contract. Galatasaray are about to take the Spurs playmaker Giovanni Dos Santos on loan, and two stories from our own Mirror Football website for you. The first is that the Argentina striker Marco Ruben is due in England today to clinch a £7 million move to Wigan. The second is that the Blackburn boss Sam Allardyce is after the highly rated midfielder Senijad Ibricic. He plays for Hajduk Split. We'll find out a bit about him and tell you all about him tomorrow. Yes, competition time, and we want to know who you will think will be the most expensive signing of the January transfer window. There's still just over a week to go. It ends on Monday, February the 1st at 5 o'clock. Who do you think will be the most expensive signing by then? You don't have to tell us what club they'll go to, but just tell us who you think will go for the most money. I think we've got some more boots to give away for a prize. If you get it right and we pick you, you will indeed win the prize. You already know how to get in touch by now. Post on YouTube or email us at spy@mirror.co.uk. King Kieran's a bit optimistic. He thinks it will be David Villa for £50 million to United or Chelsea. The TAC thinks it will be the Borussia Dortmund defender Neven Subotic. Maxi Moore thinks it will be Adam Johnson from Middlesbrough. Jasper R thinks it will be Ryan Babel, and Robin London thinks that it will be Scott Parker from West Ham to Spurs. I'm not sure about that one. We've got time for just one more. Zaid Howells thinks it will be Moussa Sissoko. We talked about him last week, going from Toulouse to Manchester United. Also, we're missing your pictures from around the world. Last summer you inundated us with them. Now send us some more showing us where you are watching Football Spy from. Get them in and we will feature them on the show. A big thank you to Stefan Bebic, who's watching in Kohimarama Beach in Auckland City. He sent us a fantastic picture of the beach, but he's not in it. That's not how to do it. We want to see you in the picture, so make sure that you don't make the same mistake. Now, there has indeed been some fantastic football over the weekend. Feel free to send in your views of what you've seen, whether it's Leeds holding Spurs, Stoke beating Arsenal, or Manchester United hammering Hull. In the meantime, Graham Loughton has asked us whether the right-back Kirk Broadfoot at Rangers is moving to Sunderland on an agreed £4 million fee. Well, the Sunderland boss Steve Bruce has been snubbed by one of his prime targets, Guy de Mel at Hamburg, which means he could indeed go in for Broadfoot, but a deal has not yet been agreed, as your email suggested. In fact, some news coming out today suggesting that Broadfoot wants to stay at Rangers, and he's asked them to thrash out a deal to that end. Cass Forever is a Chelsea fan and wants to know if the Hamburg winger El Hierro Elia is going to Chelsea. The answer is no. He's a good player, but Ancelotti at Chelsea maintains that he is not signing anyone this January transfer window. On the Daily Mirror channel, to Abuba and all of you who are asking, it looks as though Arsene Wenger at Arsenal is going to go back on his word to buy a new striker, with Nicholas Bentner set to come back to training this week. And to the Joe Show, who's a Birmingham fan, we still do think that you will be signing, well, Birmingham will be signing Ryan Babel from Liverpool. And yes, you are also in the market for Roman Pavlyuchenko at Spurs, but from what we understand, he looks to be on his way out of England to Spartak Moscow. They look to be the favourites to re-sign him. To Saran, both Barcelona and Real Madrid very interested in Wayne Rooney, which is why Manchester United want to tie him to a new contract. Let's just see what's coming in here. And as we said before, Wolves have confirmed the signing of the French midfielder Adeline Guidiora on loan for the rest of the season. He's 24 years old. That move could well be made permanent if he makes a success of that. There is more Football Spy for you tomorrow. We will see you then.